2019, I worked at a full-blown club in Atlanta off Fulton Industrial. If you know, you know. Saw the ad on Craigslist. Applied, she called me in, told me to come in the next day. Barely interviewed, I was hired on the spot. First night, she shows me around. You walk in. First of all, everybody has to pay like a membership. Membership for women is cheaper than the membership for men. And I believe if you're a couple, it's like the same price for a woman. Something like that. They didn't sell alcohol. It was bring your own bottle, but you would have to check your bottles in. And then whenever you wanted a drink, you would have to get it from the bartender, which was me. I wasn't naked or anything. I had to wear a corset and some type of stockings or like some type of tight bottoms. The money was ass, but like I said, so the first night I worked there, I call myself being on a fast, a spiritual fast. I don't know how I was on a spiritual fast when I was trying to work at a sex club. I don't know. So I was working in the front of the lounge and I just didn't feel good. Like I tried so hard to stay because I figured, first of all, there was porn on all the screens. Dicks was hard, like people was just staring at me, and then I just didn't feel good. So my very first night, I probably lasted there like 20-30 minutes into the shift, and then I went home. But I came back the next day, I ended my fast, I just started eating, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it another shot. So my second shift there though, like they were like, oh, we did not think you was gonna come back. And I'm thinking like, I didn't think I was gonna come back either. But we start working and everybody's cool as hell. But when the people start coming in, it's like they gravitated towards me because they knew I was a new person or they was trying to gauge me out. What I didn't know at that time is there was a lot of regulars. And when I tell you, it was all types of people there, like every single race you can think of, every single age group, every single type of person, like doctors, lawyers, policemen, firemen, witches, freaking Jezebels, like every single type of person you can think of was there. So in the front room, I want to say like everybody can walk around either with a towel or a robe or naked. I can't really remember like the rules. But when you start working in the back bar, that's when you start seeing all like the crazy shit too. I mean, there was winkies everywhere, like just everywhere. There was this one couple that came. So I don't know what agreement they made before, but the guy went off and went to go mess around with some girl. So the girl was sitting at the bar with me, and I didn't know she even had a husband or anything. But me and her just talking, and me and her just drinking her bottle. She pouring me up, we taking shots. She the bartender at this point. So she starts getting lit. And I mean, we're at a sex club, so I'm really thinking she alone because she starts giving this guy head. But then another guy walks up and another guy walks up, and I'm telling you, it's like probably 4 or 5 guys like crowded around her waiting to get some head. And she's giving them all some top. Then her husband comes in and he flips the fuck out. He drags her. Like, I don't know how, if he wasn't racist before, he's racist now. I don't know. To walk up and see your lady giving 4 different shades of black men top, like, but you're at a sex club. Like, what do you expect? I don't want to make this too long though.
So I got another clip I'm gonna play after this, but I've done a few videos like this in the past in reference to the whole swinging thing and this being a very popular thing outside of just poly, which is something completely different. But you guys know I live in Atlanta, and there's a few places in Atlanta. You know how they say Atlanta's not a real place, and this isn't just Atlanta, there's other places as well. But when I got there, being in the barbershop and coming across people who've heard about places like this, and the place that she's talking about, which she didn't say, but she's gonna say in the next clip, is trapeze, right? You know, on a trapeze, you swing. So I guess that's what it is. Another place, which there's a few of them as well, is Tokyo Valentino, which I found that out. One thing about Tokyo Valentino, you think it's just a X shop, right? But it's really going down. I remember one night I was coming back from somewhere on Cheshire Bridge. If you guys know from Atlanta, I was live talking about it the other night. Cheshire Bridge, there was a transgender person in a thong running across the street, and I didn't think to pull my phone out and record it. Running across the street, and Buddy threw the drink at the car, I guess, whatever happened. And Buddy had on heels, BBL, everything. You know what I'm saying? It looked like, if you didn't hear the voice, you probably would have thought it was a woman. You know what I mean? But yeah, it goes down. In this case, Mandingo party. She was drinking. I guess she's saying if Buddy's getting his rocks off. And many women, contrary to popular belief, this is one of their fantasies, is to get dogged out by multiple dudes, have a train ran on them. And women will watch this and say, but that's really what women desire, is to have a three-way or a menage going on. And I know my editor's gonna have to clean up a lot of this stuff, not on my verbiage, but on hers. And that's what women dream about, getting that done. You know what I'm saying? By two guys that they like, one may be her husband, one may be another dude. And that's just what it is. So you can't get mad a lot of times, and dudes think they strong enough for it. That's why you go with someone who's not really your girl, someone you casually dealing with. That way she can get smutted out and you can handle your business. I never been. If you guys have been there, hit me up. I'm trying to do some investigative just as a spectator, because that's what a lot of people do. They go there to spectate and see cheeks getting clapped and all this stuff in real time, which the membership, I'll talk about all that stuff because I actually went and looked at the website. You got to come dressed up, and she went into more detail. But let's play the next clip and see what happens. Let's go.
I worked at that sex club off Fulton Industrial. If you know, you know. So the money was ass. I want to say we got paid like $50 to $75 per shift. And then you get to keep whatever tips you make, but you have to split the tips with like 5 other bartenders. So let me just put a perspective for the money. As a client, you already have to pay for a membership. And I think even if you have a membership, you still have to pay at the door. Then you come in, you order, you bring your own bottle. So you're not ordering alcohol, you're just ordering whatever alcohol you already have. They serve food. So you're not ordering food, they're just serving food. They put out food for dinner, and then after 12, they have breakfast. So you're never ordering food unless you're at the back bar, which is like a diamond club, which is completely different. Nothing, I never worked there, so. But think about it. If you're at a sex club, you're not thinking about service. You're not thinking about gratuity. Like, niggas are literally walking around, dicks hard, coochie's wet. I can't stress that enough. No one's thinking about tipping the bartender. Then on top of that, don't let it be a nigga there who ain't getting no play. I'm definitely not getting paid from him. Because people do assume, oh, I'm gonna go to Trapeze and get some head. No, you actually, like, it has to be consensual. You're not just finna come get some Gucci. Girls gotta wanna give it to you. Niggas do leave mad. But I will say, like, I made a lot of my money by making people feel comfortable. Like, there was mad people who it would be their first time coming and they just was uncomfortable. And I would tell them, just sit at the bar with me whole time. I'm gonna get them to cash at me so I ain't gotta split my tips. Talk their head off. Make them share their bottle with me. Because I'm not making money anyways. Might as well have a good time. But yeah, for everybody who keeps asking, like, what did I do there? I was a bartender. I tended the bar. I did not get naked. I did not serve food. All I did was the alcohol you brought, I served it back to you. It was low-key a fake job. I was a fake bartender. But I worked there in 2019, and then COVID happened. And when COVID happened, I made way more money off unemployment than I made there. So yeah, I never went back.
That's one thing about Atlanta or any other big city like that, and you're a woman, a younger woman who's decent looking, slim, have a nice body, there's no way that you shouldn't be making some kind of money without actually having to sell buns. Now, a lot of you guys are probably, because I was having this conversation in the barbershop, or I think I was having with a young lady, and she was like, isn't that illegal? Yada, 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 and all this stuff like that. Well, if you need a membership to get in there, for one, and nobody's selling buns, I could see if you're selling buns, that's different. They're not selling buns. Cheeks are getting clapped and whatever else up in there, but nobody's actually paying, right? You're just paying for the membership and to have this experience. That's just like if you go to the club and clap some cheeks. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So that's the only way that I can rationalize it why these things are still in place. Because, hey, you just provide an environment for somebody to clap some cheeks. You know what I'm saying? It's not like nobody's selling anything. Everybody is registered. Everybody, you got the ID. You know they're of age, so on and so forth. And there's consensual adults in there. Hey, but you know, they will be like, look at jrwisdom up here. It's just for investigative journalism. I'll be like, yo, here's my experience, yada, yada, yada. This is what I saw. And I think it'd be funny, but what's crazy is, and I'll put her information in there so you guys can check her out, this content creator. The amount of women in the comments who really want to check it out. And you probably, oh, that's white people stuff and all that stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you got people from all, as you said, you got some sisters in there too, because it was a black woman who told me about it. Anyway, let me know if you guys been there. Let me know if you recommend it. I've seen people in the past talk about it. She didn't say it before, but she did say trapeze, so she let it go on this one. Let me know what you guys' experience was in there. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Comment below. Or if you don't feel like commenting, email me. Let me know how it went, man. This is your favorite everything. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.